Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys two of the most powerful guns of the game and discussing the difference between them and which one is the absolute best for the current meta that has come after patch 9.3 in the Fortnite community. After this huge update, Epic Games has decided to bring back the pump shotgun into the gameplay and once again make it a huge part of the Fortnite competitive and casual scene. Using the pump shotgun has always been a meta in the Fortnite community before the removal of the shotgun, and while it was gone, the combat shotgun had become the #1 weapon in the game. This meant it was the most used and the most necessary in order to win games and perform well. However, now that the pump shotgun has made its return, we all question whether or not it is truly the best gun or if the combat shotgun has become the new best weapon. So in this video, I'm going to be looking at both and telling you guys exactly which one is better than the other and why exactly that is. In the background, I have a 18 kill squad win as well as some really cool clips from solo squads. So I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay in the back of this video. Now, Fortnite has always been a game that's been about close quarter combat. Due to the way that the game works and the building aspect, all everyone does in this game is build and shoot their shotguns. It's by far the most popular way to fight and the most necessary gun to have in anyone's arsenal of weapons while playing any type of game in Fortnite. That's why it was such a huge deal when Epic had decided to take out the pump shotgun and introduce a brand new shotgun known as the combat shotgun, which was so much different than any shotgun that this game has ever had before. The pump shotgun is a close quarter weapon that is used to deal massive amounts of damage from really close scenarios, whereas the combat shotgun is a tactical shotgun that is best used from distance and medium range. It does not do as much damage as the pump from close range, but it does do way more damage from distant range, which makes it very effective for shooting at people from a distance. But these two guns are very different, so there's no way that you could easily say which one's the best. So therefore, we must look at absolutely every aspect of both guns and decide which one is actually the best shotgun. Now, if we take a look at the pump shotgun, we see that it can do 200 damage at close range. This can kill anyone and ruin anyone's game without any trouble whatsoever as long as you're accurate. The combat shotgun, however, cannot do more than 130, if somewhere around there. Therefore, it cannot always save you if you need it. So if you're in a situation where you absolutely have to hit your shot and take the guy out, where you have absolutely no health, no matter how good your aim is or how skillful you're going to be, you will not get that kill on the person simply due to the limit that there is on the shotgun. Whereas with the pump shotgun, you will always have that option to pull off a clutch shot and clutch the game, or the kill that may save your game. In my opinion, this aspect of the pump shotgun is one that cannot be taken away from it. It's very, very important, and almost no other gun in the game has this except the sniper. And the sniper is completely random from close range, whereas the pump shotgun is 100% skill and 100% accuracy. Using the pump shotgun from close range does take a lot of skill. It's not easy to get a 200 damage shot, and you have to have your reticle perfectly lined up on the person's head to do so. But now what about the combat shotgun? So if the pump shotgun can do 200 damage from close range and the combat simply cannot, what makes it so that it's even comparable to the pump? Well, the combat shotgun can do loads of damage from medium range, and the very fast fire rate makes it super easy to deal tons of damage from medium range without getting shot back at. Because of its ability to shoot so fast, it's a gun that is very useful for tactical players and players that like to keep their distance and place themselves well. The pump shotgun, however, can be used in multiple different scenarios. The pump shotgun can be used from close range, can be used from distant range, and can be used from medium range. Now, although this sounds weird, the reason for this is because the Epic Games decided to bring the Silence SMG back with the pump, and this gun is the best gun to partner the pump with. Not only does it do loads of damage, but it can burn through walls and help you push aggressively against any opponent. Now, why would you take the pump shotgun over the combat shotgun? Well, the pump shotgun can easily finish someone's game while at the same time guaranteeing very accurate shots that are consistent. Whereas with the combat shotgun, a lot of times you'll see that you'll get very inconsistent shots due to its small reticle and due to the way that the gun works. Also, the combat shotgun has a very small hitbox and hit region where you can actually hit shots. This makes it much more hard to use than the pump shotgun and not as rewarding. But it doesn't just stop here. As I said before, the pump shotgun paired up with the silenced SMG is one of the most deadliest combos in the game. By using these two weapons together in the right way, you can take out almost any squad or any enemy in a very quick amount of time without taking any damage in return. The combat shotgun, however, cannot do this. This is because it takes multiple shots to eliminate an opponent, and a lot of times a couple of your shots won't do any more than 30 damage, or even less, making it an inconsistent gun that is not as useful as the pump. So far in this video, the pump shotgun is winning. So what is keeping the combat shotgun alive? Well, let's go back to the previous argument. If you shoot someone perfectly in the head with the combat shotgun 2 or 3 times from medium range, you will always get the kill. And because of its fast fire rate, it can do loads of damage per second that the pump shotgun cannot. So even if you miss a shot, you're not completely done. You're still able to clutch up and get more shots in before you get eliminated. This is very similar to the spam type weapons in the game, such as the drum gun, SMG, and the AR. You don't absolutely have to hit every shot to win the game, but you must hit at least most, and that's exactly what the combat's like. The pump shotgun, however, does require you to hit at least one shot, and if you don't hit that shot, a lot of times you will be in trouble. So that is the only downside to the pump shotgun at this point. Now, since we're comparing it to the combat, obviously the fire rate of the pump shotgun does not meet the combat's, but the high damage that it can put out from close range and medium range compared with the silenced SMG is one that cannot be beaten. And that, guys, brings us to the conclusion of this video. In my opinion, the pump shotgun is and always has been the best and most accurate shotgun in the game. Now, of course, back then in Season 3 and Season 4, a lot of times the shotgun was very inconsistent. There was a lot of balance adjustments that needed to be made in order to make the shotgun useful and beneficial for your time. But with all the seasons that they've spent and all the updates that they've made to the shotgun, I believe they've honestly made the best weapon in the game, the most balanced weapon in the game, and the best weapon for gameplay that has to do with Fortnite. Competitive play was at its peak when Siphon and the pump shotgun were in the game, and this was not for a random reason. This was because this gun was super effective and very useful for all players in the game. It did not mean that your game was going to be over, and it also didn't make it so that you would have a super overpowered gun that no one would have access to. It was a gun that almost everyone in the game had access to, and a gun that was pretty fair overall. Now, right now, in the Fortnite community, there is of course that huge split between players that play with the pump and players that play with the combat. Most players play with the combat because they think that the high damage output in short amounts of time is better than the pump shotgun's one-hit killer, but I disagree. And once again, this is because the pump shotgun can do loads of damage that the combat shotgun never can, and because it has the ability to change a game around with one shot. I mean, think about it. Some of the highest world records and some of the best gameplays ever recorded have been with the pump. Now, of course, you may argue that Mr. Savage M pulled off a 40 kill game when the combat shotgun came out, but remember, that was just as soon as the combat shotgun had came out and the pump shotgun had been removed. So many players at that time had no idea how the combat shotgun worked yet and had not adjusted to the meta, therefore making him a very overpowered user of the weapon, as no one else had adjusted to it, whereas he instantly had. And him already being one of the best players in the world and having amazing aim and building really set him above everyone else in the game at that time. Therefore, he had a certain advantage that no one else had. But when we're talking about someone like Atlantis Metro, who pulled off the world record using the pump, we're talking about him simply using the weapon flawlessly against players who had been using it for months at a time. As we reach the end of this video, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think is the best gun? sure to comment down below and let me know what shotgun you think is better and why. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.